to be fought over 3-minute rounds under amateur mixed martial arts rules in the 79-kilogram category. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, please welcome Marc. And his opponent, standing across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, please welcome
So we make the jump here at GPUK. Now the Gladiators 25 to unified amateur rules, 3-minute rounds, and we're also looking at headshots on the floor. Opens up a lot of options for a lot of fighters. We have Marcus Grubic in the white shorts, taking on Shane Jones in the Gladiator Gym black shorts. Jones, who opens up with a spinning back fist. And Grubic, nice Superman.
Yeah, Shane needs to get his hands up. I know Grubic has a bit of experience. He's out of the Conquest MMA team with Neil Hall. He's got Neil's son Dan Hall in the corner there. And I know Shane, I trained with Shane back when he first started MMA a few years ago. I haven't trained with him in a long time, but it'll be interesting to see how he's progressed here against Marcus Grubic.
Already Jones wearing the effects of that left hook. And Marcus Grubic, a lot of swelling under the right eye.
Yeah, obviously when you're coming in here for the first time, it's going to be a big adrenaline dump. Nice little inside low kick from Jones. You know, big adrenaline in dumping, and you know, it's a lot to take on board. And when you get clipped early like that, it's surely going to sap the confidence. But he's landed a few nice low kicks now from Jones. It's obviously a bit of a go-to to him. But then Grubic's landing those hooks again.
Grubic took the first two, and there's a nice leg kick of his own. Took the first two, checked the third, and then landed a nice uppercut. Jones just struggling with that, Dave.
Yeah, now
he switched stance.
Yeah, he's repaying the favour, Ben, isn't he, with these low kicks? I like to see Jones. Oh, drops big low kick from Grubic. Yeah, beautiful low kick. I like to see Jones maybe start using the hand to set up these low kicks. Doesn't want to become too predictable because Grubic is getting out of the way now. But Grubic moving well. Nice little right hook from Grubic.
Very clean technique. Not a lot of fat on that. Grubic really got in the head of his opponent. You could see he feinted that right, and Jones really flinched.
Yeah, I mean, like we said, this is the first time Jones has been in the cage, so you know, credit to him. But it's just getting that confidence of, you know, not being afraid to be hit, and Grubic has hit him early and you know, got him worried. But to his credit, Jones coming forward now. Once again, that
spinning back fist from Jones. It's been a go-to technique from his.
Round one in the bag. Some good work from both fighters. A few low kicks from Jones, but the story of the round really, Marcus Grubic just controlling the range a bit better, Ben, more confident, and as you said, using those strikes and those little feints just to feint Shane Jones out and land strikes. Good round for Grubic.
I think for me the difference has been, I mean, it's like you say, it's hard to measure what's going to happen to guys when they're going in there and they're kind of inexperienced. But what I'm seeing is the real differential is the fact that Grubic isn't flinching. He isn't. He seems a lot more comfortable sparring. He seems a lot more comfortable in that pocket. Whereas Jones, these shots are coming in and he's struggling to get out of the way of them. And like you said, I mean, he got clipped early with that shot, and I think that is playing in his mind. I think maybe shooting it, you see his corner at Ross Point in there advising him to shoot him for the takedown. A change of tack for Shane Jones might be just what the doctor ordered.
Yeah, wearing a bit of swelling above the eye from that early shot. Round 2 underway. Grubic feinting for the low kick, then going upstairs. Didn't land.
Here Ross pointing in Shane Jones's corner, telling him to jab and set it up a little bit, and I think that's the difference. We're seeing one strike at a time. And that's a big leg kick.
Low kick, and then peppered it with a nice little right hand.
But that's the difference for me, Dave. There's something behind it. It isn't just one strike. Even if the power strike's the initial one, you do need to throw maybe something before it, something after it, to give him something to think about.
Nice takedown from Jones, ends up on the back. Good work from Grubic.
Does very well there. Didn't want anything to do with the ground exchanges, and for a second there, it looked like he was in a really deep waters, but just disengaged. And now it's back in that stand-up realm. And one thing we did see from Jones when it went to the ground is we were able to see that lead leg is really marked up just on the thigh there, on the left-hand side, and that's testament to those stinging leg kicks.
Yeah, he needs to start checking these low kicks. Another one lands from Grubic.
The thing with the leg kick game is, realistically, after you land a couple, it doesn't matter how good the ones that come are. We often see fighters taken off the feet by a clipping low kick, and it's because the damage has already been done. But that was a hard low kick from Jones, as I was saying that.
Yeah, Grubic trying to answer nicely on the inside with uppercuts. Drags his man to the floor. Beautiful takedown from Jones. Looks to take the back. No hooks in as of yet. Difficult to see from a vantage point. Going for the choke, but there are no hooks in. Almost an old school sort of bulldog headlock at the moment. Grubic does well to come back on top. And again, probably just a little bit of inexperience, Ben. You know, Jones got good position there. He got the takedown, but he just wanted to snatch the choke without getting the hooks in. And he's paid for it now because Grubic is on top and side control.
I mean, the bulldog choke, very, very rare that we see it finished. I mean, Pat Miletich, Carlos Newton, probably the most favourite.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of pressure there, but, after getting the takedown, I'm sure Ross Poynton would have been disappointed in his corner not to secure that position, because it was a beautiful takedown. And, we mentioned, Ben, in these 2-minute rounds, if you can get position on the floor, it means so much if you can get on top and just establish that position, And Jones, credit to him for going for the finish, but could have perhaps come on top and landed a bit of ground and pound there and tried to turn that round, back in his favour. But it did well, and you can tell that he's getting a bit more confident as the fight goes on. He's had that adrenaline dump, and he can begin to mount some offense now. From Grubic's point of view, I mean, the pathway to victory is pretty clear, Ben. He needs to keep slamming in that low kick, because as of yet, Shane Jones, I don't think he's checked one yet, and there's obviously some damage there. So I'm sure the corner over there from Conquest MMA, they're going to be telling him, listen, go back to range, set those low kicks up, and get the distance. But from Ross Poynton's point of view and Shane Jones's corner, why not? Let's get it back down to the floor. I mean, he might have given up the position on the choke, but he got a good takedown and he threatened with the choke. So I think if Shane Jones can get it to the floor, that's going to work out well for him.
I mean, I think from what we've seen, it's a much closer fight on the floor for Shane Jones than it is on the feet.
Yeah, certainly. He's, like you said, he's just shipping too many low kicks. That's the problem with him on the feet. It doesn't look like he's been hurt, especially with punches, but he's taken a lot of low kicks.
There's our low kick again, but once again the takedown comes. Very good sprawl.
Good sprawl, might move round to the back. Yeah, lets his man up. Smart work from Marcus Grubic. Oh, I think that one might have been low. Yeah, little time up for the referee. Little knee attempt from Shane Jones.
Fighters corner back in, obviously accidental at that point. So often you see when you got fighters throwing these spinning attacks that you've got a moving target going at a moving target, and quite often you see these low kicks are somewhat errant like that.
Yeah, I think experience from his corner said as well then that, like, no, don't take the break and give Shane Jones the time to recover, because Grubic has had more fights and he's the younger guy. So if you're not hurt to the groin, don't give your opponent a chance to recover. There again, you see that low kick from Grubic. Surprised he's not throwing more, Ben, to be honest with you.
It's been a real differential in this fight. Because on the outside, at this kind of range, this is Marcus Grubic's fight all day.
Jones lands a low kick of his own. Jones looking to clinch up and get that takedown again. I think what might be bothering Grubic is the fact that Jones keeps moving to, he's in that southpaw stance. Maybe that's why he's not thrown as many low kicks, but now he's moving back to orthodox. He's switching his stances, and I think that might be putting Grubic off a bit from landing those low kicks. That's the only thing I can assume, because as I say, he's landed so many. I'm surprised he hasn't used that attack more. So credit to Jones for giving him something to think about there.
And Jones, in all fairness, does have quite an unorthodox standing style. There's a lot of shots coming from very strange angles, and often you see that
trying to run the single here.
That gets guys off the timing.
This one's all over. As we say, never want to judge a fight from a commentary position. We'll leave that to the judges. But good fight. Credit to Marcus Grubic coming down. A good debut for Shane Jones. I'm sure he'll be pleased to get those rounds under the belt, Ben, and get the first one out the way. So well done to both gentlemen.
Fighters aside, please. And so, ladies and gentlemen, after 3 hard-fought rounds, we go to our judges this evening. With a majority decision, your winner, in the blue corner, Marc. And this year, first of all, let's hear for Shane Jones.